What's up, everybody? I am here in our kitchen, and we've been in this house for about 4 years now. We've always lived with these very dark brown cabinets. So this time, we are about to embark on a very exciting journey, one that has been 4 years overdue. It is time to paint these cabinets! Okay, so yes, this is a very potentially scary project because I can't just put it back if I decide that it's not gonna work. As soon as I start painting these things, there's no going back. So I am going to walk you guys through this process of ours. And if you've seen any of our DIY videos in the past, this is not a tutorial. I am not saying I'm a professional at this. I have built some cabinets and painted them in the past. This is very different. I am just going to bring you guys along so you can see our journey, and maybe it'll help you guys out. Maybe it'll just be entertaining. Maybe you'll see some mistakes we make. I hope not. I hope we can limit that to a very bare minimum. So first things first, we are going to wash the cabinet doors, drawers, and boxes. Now the house is only about 4 years old, so it's not super dirty, but there is grease, grime, and dirt that you don't really see. So we want to give them a good clean wash before we move on to the next step, which is taking all of the doors and cabinet drawers out. We're gonna do all that in the garage. So we're gonna take all that out, the hinges, all that, and set that aside. The next step after that is going to do a light sanding of everything. All of the face frames, the crown up there, everything that is brown right now needs to be sanded down. Not all the way to bare wood, just enough for the paint to grip. That process is gonna be interesting because we have a lot of trim up here that's real intricate. So we're gonna get in there and make sure we get a good light sand of everything. After that, it's time for priming. I have a primer that I'm going to put over all of this and get a nice good base coat. That's something that I'm going to use a combination of a roller, maybe a brush, depending on how the trim is, and then I also have a paint sprayer as well, an HVLP sprayer that I'm going to try in here. Now, I may just use it for the doors, I may use it for the face frames depending on how it goes, but that process will hopefully go faster with a sprayer. After that, we can paint the cabinets, let it dry. We'll probably put a few coats of paint on there. And once it's all done, this whole kitchen will hopefully be transformed. Anyway, time for the first step. Let's get everything out of these cabinets so we can start cleaning them. Okay, end of night one. We didn't get too far tonight, but we did start on the sanding on the first cabinet here. We did clean everything, and it wasn't so bad, but the sanding, that's no fun. In fact, I actually taped off a bunch of craft paper and everything because my original plan was to spray all of the boxes as well as the doors and the drawer fronts, but I may try something different. There's not a lot on these, so I'm gonna try using a brush and a roller. See how it goes, because if that works, then I do not have to tape off the rest of all this stuff as intensely as I am right now. So we're gonna try that. I'm still gonna spray the cabinet doors and the drawer fronts in the garage later, but I'm gonna see what happens. I didn't pick up a brush, and I thought I had a roller, and I can't find it, so tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to go grab those things from the store, and we will continue tomorrow. Okay guys, day two. Day two. I've got a helper, and we are going to knock this thing out, hopefully today. That's not actually gonna happen.
Yeah, this is gonna take like...
It's gonna take a few days.
Because...
Yeah. Our plans changed it a little bit. As you can see, it's a little crazier down here with the plastic and everything's out of the drawers and all of it's taped off.
It's really happening.
I know.
It's crazy. I'm so excited. We've been wanting to do it ever since we moved in our house over 4 years ago. We've been wanting to paint these cabinets white because we've never loved the dark cabinets. Yes. So we are just going for it today. Yes. I don't know what made it. We've been wanting to do it for over 4 years, and we decided to do it like 2 days ago. We were randomly like, actually it was the table. It was the table. Getting the new table made us want to make a lot of changes in the kitchen. So that's what it was. But,
so we're on it. We're doing this. We're actually gonna, like I said last night, we're going to just do the paint brushes and the rollers in here. We're gonna save the sprayer for the doors and the drawer fronts out in the garage. So we have it all taped off. We've got We gotta sand everything now, and that's the fun part. Oh, we've had some helpers.
Put the boys to work.
Yes, they are. They've been very helpful with everything. Well, you don't have to sand the floor, dude. You just sand the cabinets.
Just trying to be very thorough. Get the paper just in case.
Yeah. So yes, it's a family job here. We're all getting into this. Although Beckham is slacking, he is taking a nap right now.
He did. He went down for a nap.
He did. Anyway, yes, I am. I'm excited to see this. We were originally going to start with just the one cabinet, paint it, and see if it worked before we went to the rest of this. But we decided, you know what? Let's just tape it all off, put plastic everywhere. That way when we start sanding, we can just sand the whole thing and then go from there. And now we're at that point. So here we go.
Be exciting, y'all.
Time has come. The sanding is finished. At least I hope it was. We sanded everything down. We got everything just dull enough so the paint will stick. And then we took a bunch of these cheesecloth, tack cloth type things and went over that to get all the dust up. And now it's time to start the primer. I'm a little nervous, but it's too late because it's already destroyed. So I'm gonna go over with a brush on the trim pieces and edges, and I'll use the foam roller to get the wider, flatter things, and we'll see what happens.
Alright guys, it's a new day and we are still in the kitchen working. Just a little tip for you guys, if you are planning on doing this project with kids, had like several extra days on of time. It's just gonna take a whole lot longer when you're doing it with kids, but we are kind of getting there. This side is all primed and ready for paint. Brandon's finishing priming all of this. So we're finally at the stages of getting to paint. The prep work is no joke. There's so much that goes into it, but we want to do it right. So it's just taking a long time to actually even be able to paint. But we are almost to that point. Very exciting for y'all.
It is 2:25 a.m. on, I think this is like day 5 or something. This project has been a little bit more tedious than I anticipated. We've had to do at least 3 coats in most places, and not 4 on these cabinet boxes, and I think I finally finished so far. It's kind of drying, but I'm also impatient, so I'm kind of wanting to get the kitchen back to normal so we can survive. Our kitchen has been a mess for the past week, so I'm hoping to get it all back and running tonight, so that way when Ashley wakes up, it's actually somewhat put together so she can function and be with the boys tomorrow. So the next step after this is, one, make sure that it does look good in the morning, because like I said, it's 2:25 in the morning. It may look completely different in the daylight. But I think I'm pretty much done here. The next thing is to do all the cabinet doors and the drawer fronts, but that may be in a few days because I'm worn out. All right, we are back to it. I would say this is day whatever, but I honestly don't know because it's been a little bit of time between the cabinet boxes and the doors. We have a lot of doors and drawer fronts to do. I haven't even put the drawer fronts out yet, but that's what's next. So the next step is getting all these doors and cabinet drawer fronts ready to paint. The first step, as you can see, we have laid them out. They are numbered in order. We are going to take all of the hardware off of all these things, and then we're gonna clean them. Then we're gonna sand them all down, which is my least favorite part right now. And after we get all that sanded, then it's time to put the first coat of primer on. Now the best thing about this is that we don't have to use the roller and the brushes for these, because I do have a really nice HVLP sprayer. It's gonna make some quick work of this, I hope. I'm gonna get all these things ready to go once they're sanded down and start spraying them with the primer. Hopefully it goes real quick, then we can let them dry, do the first coat, let it dry, second coat. We'll probably do 3 coats as well, just to make it match the cabinet boxes, and we'll go from there. Another thing I wanna do as well is I wanna keep track of all the cabinet hardware. I wanna make sure it goes back on the same door in the same place, so that way when I put it back up on the cabinet boxes, it's not off and I have to readjust it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take a Sharpie and put a little dot right on the bottom one, so I know that for door 3, the top one has no dot, the bottom one has a dot, and I should be good to go. Okay, so it's all done, I think. I've got 3 coats on the back, 3 coats on the front, and it is time to bring them inside and start putting everything back. So I am very excited that we're at this point. I think there might be a few touch-ups I have to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with these drawer fronts because they are definitely done and ready to roll. So here we go. Finished. The cabinet painting project is complete. All of the cabinet doors, the drawer fronts, everything has been painted and reinstalled, and we are so happy with how it turned out. It is like a brand new kitchen in here. It feels so much brighter. It actually feels more open in here just because of all the white paint. So we are very excited about this. It did take a little longer than we thought. We honestly, or I thought it was gonna take about a weekend just from all the things I've been watching. It took a lot longer than that, more like weeks. almost a month probably. But that's not necessarily how it would go if you were to do it. That's just because we had a lot with kids and life and the holidays that kind of prolonged this experience. So if we were to do it again, it probably wouldn't take that long, but I would plan ahead for more time. It's going to take you way longer than you anticipate. Honestly, this is a very tedious project. Did not expect that with all of the doors, with the trim and everything. But we sprayed the doors and we like how that finish turned out. But thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Again, as a disclaimer, this is not necessarily the right way to do this kind of project. This is not necessarily a tutorial. This is more of just our take on it, what we did. So there's probably gonna be things that you would do a little bit differently. But if you like what you saw, let us know, give us a thumbs up. And let us know if you want to see more of these kinds of things, because we have lots of projects around the house. But thank you guys again for watching. We will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.